All right, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're listening. Can you hear me? All right, great. So, hey, everybody. Some people inside the DoorGrow Club, which is our private Facebook group for property management entrepreneurs, were asking about an assistant. When should I get an assistant? Should I do it once I have 500 doors, or how many doors should I have? The right answer is the minute that you feel overwhelmed, that you feel like you have too much on your plate, that you feel stressed and burdened, is probably the moment you need an assistant. It could or should be the first person that you hire and that you bring on. And so here's how you take a look at getting an assistant, because a lot of people will go way too long before getting one. I've had assistants forever, and it could be a virtual assistant. It could be your first hire that takes something off your plate, an assistant. It could be somebody that is a sales assistant that helps you get more appointments or more follow-ups so that you can spend your time doing more of the closing if you're focused on sales. I've done all these different things. And so here's my take is everybody probably could or should have an assistant, whether it's part-time, virtual, or it's something sort of outsourced, whatever it might be. And here's what you do every day when you do your morning planning and you make this big to-do list, which one of my coaches, Alex Sharfin, talks about how that's a to-die list. So one of the things you do when you make your to-do list for the day, the next step, the step that everybody fails to do, instead of just going, oh, which one should I do today? What should I focus on? Because I have this big to-do list that grows every day and gets longer and longer and longer. You will never outgrow that list or get it whittled down to nothing unless you have a team. And the very first thing that I do after I make this list is I look at that list and I say, what can I delegate? And I try to delegate every damn thing on that list. I try to delegate every single thing to a team member. Oh, that's graphics based. I'm giving that to Becky. Oh, that's content based. I'm giving that to Adam. Oh, that's that's nerdy developer stuff. I'm going to give that to Mike. That's a support related issue. I'm giving that to Morgan on my team. And then I have my assistant, Allison. So I'm like everything else, I'm dumping on her plate. I'm like, oh, I just write their names next to each thing, and then I start assigning out tasks. And so this is what you do as an entrepreneur. You should not be hiring people just to have people. You should be making your life tactically easier. If you are the biggest bottleneck or constraint in your business, you are holding the entire business back. And so getting an assistant allows you to expand your capacity. Building a team allows you to expand your capacity. And so delegate, delegate, delegate. Delegation should be one of the critical pieces of your morning planning meetings. When you do your morning planning, when you plan out your week, when you plan out your month, delegation should always be at the top of your to-do list. This should be one of the first things you do after you map out what needs to be done. Start delegating. What can I give to other people? Who do I trust to do this better than me? Who loves doing these kind of things that I don't like doing? That's how you do it. Hope this was helpful. If you want more, if you have questions about this, put them in the comments. Feel free to join the DoorGrow Club. Just go to doorgrowclub.com and it will redirect to our Facebook group. And if you are a property management entrepreneur who is momentum based and is into this stuff, we want you in there. And check out our podcast, which is connected to that, the DoorGrow Show, one word, on iTunes. Thanks. I'm out.